Monet, I feel so bad for you.
Wait, let's do like an official start. Our last podcast, we kind of do like we were like, yeah. Anyway,
But it's like leisure. It's like, hey, everyone, we're just like hanging out. It's like they're getting a little indoor window to our lives.
no, I'm not into that. We should have an official
So you
start.
don't want? Oh wow, Monet doesn't want the fans to know her real life. Wow. All right, here comes
Okay.
the fake Monet in three, two, one.
Hey guys, how are you?
Mitch, please. Monet,
What?
I've been. I can't. I've been worried about you.
I'm very upset by you.
What are you upset about?
I can't believe you photographed that outfit that we were supposed to use for. We were supposed to do a shooting together.
Okay, let's talk about the whole. This outfit is a whole bibbity hibbity. First of all, Monet got this outfit done, and then Monet sent me a picture of it and said, "Bob, you need to get one." And I said, "Oh, okay, sure." So then I contacted Phallic Hunt and got this outfit done. And then Monet was like, "I can't believe you
Oh wait, hold
copied
on.
my
I
outfit."
said no. I said you should get it done, and then I said we should shoot in it together. Or I said something to the effect that we should use it for our new Civil rivalry. Whatever. You were like, okay, cool, let's do that.
Well, wait,
And
wait,
you got
whoa,
it
whoa, whoa,
made
whoa. What is whatever? Now this is where the vague land falls in. What is whatever?
because I was like, you should get it done. So what I said was you should get it. I said you should get this outfit. We should use it for sibling rivalry. And you were like, work. And then you talked to Falicant.
I don't
Absolutely,
know.
Patty was at my home.
When you said we should do it for some, you said specifically. Anyway, long story short, I got the outfit done, and I just kind of held on to it for not long, for like a month maybe, and then Naomi painted me, and Naomi was like, "Oh my God, wear this one," and I said, "Okay," and then I put the outfit on.
You got an outfit completely inspired by Monet Exchange. Literally the
No,
exact
Monet,
same thing as by
okay. You're acting like I stole from you. You told me to get the outfit. I did not steal this
right.
from
So
you.
exact. But I'm saying, but you got it. Okay, but that still doesn't change the fact that the outfit is completely inspired by me, and we were going to
Yeah.
use it for a photo shoot together. And then you did a whole thing, looking at it with, and you not even waiting to wear it or to post our images together. I think that's very shady.
Well, I hear you. I would like to hear your concerns, and I can maybe see where you're coming from. And but we can still do our photos together. I also,
No.
if I also, well, then you can also just throw your outfit in the trash and never wear it.
And also, yours didn't even zip apparently, so I guess I'm really winning anyway.
Actually, it did zip. Actually, that was a little joke for the video, but it actually did zip. And I wore it in. It has a corset in the back, and when you take it. Well, I don't know if y'all know that, but when you put a corset on, you tighten it after you have it on, and then sometimes when you undo it, it's still tight in the back, so you have to loosen it up before you redo it. So it actually did zip.
I can't believe you wore that outfit.
Well, I think now you have to just throw
I'm
yours
so
away.
shook. I am shook up.
I think
I
you're
was
probably shook
like
up because you got hit
this
in the head with a piece of
shady
metal yesterday in rehearsal.
fucking bitch. I was
I think you may still be shook
very
up because
good.
you got hit in the head with a piece of metal at rehearsal yesterday, and maybe your judgment is
No.
off.
No. I said what I said.
Well, anyway, long story short, it's an outfit that I paid for that Monet didn't give me $1 for, so I believe I can do
That was
literally
completely
whatever.
inspired by me, and
So
you
I
got it
think
made
that I
because
can.
of me.
So I do think that it's fair to say that I can literally do whatever I want with this outfit that I paid money for.
That was completely inspired by me. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it was inspired by you, but do you think I can do whatever I want because it's mine?
You know what? In the future, I'll try. You know what? You're absolutely right. You can do whatever you want with that outfit. You can take it and light it on fire right now if you want to in the middle of your apartment. You should try doing that with it.
Well, Monet, I mean, do you have all your feelings out about this garment?
Probably not all of them. I probably there'll probably be more residual feelings that will come out later about it. Honestly,
Well, for you and your outfits that you pay money for, I have no say over what you do with them because they are yours, and I can't tell you what to do with your money or your garments.
okay, sounds good.
That sounds fair, right?
Yeah, 100% fair.
You are really on one today, Monet. I literally opened the podcast by telling you that I miss you. I'm worried about you. And then I feel like you're on one today.
I feel like you say this every podcast, so I guess every podcast I'm probably on one apparently.
I don't know. Well, good morning to you. So what was going on with you? What were you, like why did you went on the internet and said, I'm very mad, and then you gave no context and you never followed up.
Well, it's not something that I would talk about on the internet, but I just wanted to say I'm mad about. It was something you and I will talk about it afterwards. It has literally nothing to do with anything in the world. But it was something in my world, obviously, but not like
Because everyone's like, what the fuck is going on with Monet? And then the next picture, you post a bloody hat, and then you post your head with a band-aid on it. It was very concerning.
Yeah,
So I was concerned.
we were in rehearsal and I got extra in the scene and I took like this metal thing and I hit it against my head. And then I was like doing like the whole scene, and then I was like, "Ugh, I'm so sweaty. I'm really sweaty today. What's going on?" And then I came out of the scene, and then I was taking my hat out to like wipe my head from sweat, and I was like, "Oh my god, my hat is like literally dripping in the blood." And then I went back like a true professional, and I went back in and I finished the next scene, and then the play was over, and then the director was like, "Are you? Did you bring like your own blood for this scene? Like what?
Were you
How did
supposed
you
to
do
bleed in the
that?"
scene?
I'm not supposed to bleed in the scene, but I mean, it
So he thought you
in
were
the
just
grand
improvising and brought in a random blood pack?
in the grand scheme of the scene, it would make sense for me to bleed if I wanted to bleed, ironically. And then he was like, "That's like really." He's like, "You're so committed to this. I can't believe." I was like, "No, no, no, no." I was like, "I think I'm actually bleeding." And then the stage the stage manager took me to the back and like fucking stitched me up, and it
Not
was a
stitch
mess. It
you
was
up. Don't
wild.
say that. He did not stitch you up.
Yeah, he took out this dirty rusty needle and like stitched me up on my
Okay,
head. It was
no, he did
crazy.
not. Okay, he did not. He did not stitch you up. I
In
was
the
saying, when
in the
I don't know what the
UK
fuck y'all doing.
in the UK, the girl they do all the things. They're fierce.
Don't what y'all please do not. Monet about to get somebody over at this fucking theater company sued. They're not
Can
stitching
you
people up
imagine?
in the wings. It was just a little band-aid on your head. I was very concerned. I was very nervous for you.
Or are you in drag?
Well, I'm doing it. I have like literally. You ever had to do a couple things in a row, and then like because you have to do a couple of things in a row, you have to be in drag for something you wouldn't normally be in drag for.
You don't want to tell us what your secret project is?
Well, I can't tell you. No, the answer is I can't tell you. But I mean, everyone will find out really soon. It's really not a super secret project. It's just that it hasn't been announced yet. But it's really not like this is not a world changing. Actually, it might. Maybe it will change the world. Who
Do you want to
knows?
give us
Maybe we
any
will.
like? Do you give us any like clues, any Easter eggs about what it could be? Do
I
you want to
think
say
you're
like a?
really making this so much more exciting, and people are going to be like, "Oh, it was that." It's literally just a paid like a promotion. That's like I'm working with a company and I'm making some social content for them. But it's really, guys, really honestly, it's not riveting. I mean, it is exciting, but it's not like
Wow,
it's
so
not
you
an.
think that this gig that you were hired for is stupid? You're like, this is the most boring, dumbest, shittiest thing I ever did. I don't want to talk about it.
I did not say that, but it's not. I'm not like announcing a new TV show, or I'm not. It's not like a music video. It's just another. It's one of my gigs. One of my gigs.
Are you like selling a product? Are you?
Oh my god, Money, stop asking me questions about the. Everyone will. Everyone will find out very soon. It's really, really not anything wild. I am promoting for a company, and for some causes. And I actually have a couple of videos to do. Like you know how you have to do all your stuff in a row. I'm also going back on Cameo at the end during December, so I'm trying to like get all this shit like popping off.
Oh, so you think that the cameos people are requesting are just shit? You're like, I want
You
to get
know,
this shit done.
well, no one's requested any yet. I have to make a video to be like, "Hey, everyone, I'm doing cameos. Come join
Got
me
it.
over on Cameo."
I've never done Cameo. Sounds honestly, it sounds fun and interesting. Only because I mean, I would do Cameo, but I would hope people would give me like interesting things. Like my daughter just got released from prison, and in prison she loved watching Drag Race. Could you please record a bunch? I'm like, girl, welcome home from the penitentiary. you are about to enter this new stage of your life. I hope that I would want fun ones like that.
I mean, I don't know if they had uh, VH1 at the Fulton County Correctional Facility. Maybe they do. I've not been inside of a prison in a very, very, very long time. So maybe they did have it at the penitentiary. I don't know. It's been a
Okay,
long
Bob, you've
time
never
since
been
I've
in
been.
prison. You've been in jail. You've not been in prison.
Okay,
I
I did
mean,
not.
not
I
unless
did not
you
say I
have, and
was.
I don't know.
Just real quick, I didn't say I was in prison. I said I have not been inside of a prison in a long time. But I am. I have not been to prison. No.
Right. I know, that's what I said, bitch. You haven't been to prison, but you
No,
have been
no,
to
I said I
jail.
have not been. Yeah, but again, I want to reiterate. I'm not insinuating that I've ever been to prison. I have been inside of a prison a few times, but I've
You've
never
been
been to
inside of
prison.
prison for what?
My mom used to work at a prison. Yeah,
Really?
Martha
Doing
Caldwell used to
what?
work at the. My mom used to teach computers, computer classes to inmates at the Fulton County Correctional Facility, and she would. And also, I've had a couple of family members who've been to prison, and I would go visit them when they were doing hard time. So I've been to
I had
prison a
an
couple
uncle that
times.
was in
I've been to a
prison.
prison. I've been to a few prisons.
I had an uncle that was in prison, but I never visited him. Actually, his prison was in Georgia.
Fulton
Um,
County Correctional or was it Cobb County? Those are the two biggest ones. Fulton County is like the biggest prison in Georgia.
I want to. Say, I mean, I was much younger. I want to say that it probably was Fulton County.
Fulton County
Probably.
Correctional Facility is the one where that person goes, I was waiting on you at the door. That's
Oh
Fulton
my
County
god.
Correctional
Oh,
Facility.
is that really?
Yes, it is. We're very proud of our of our. No, we're not proud of the correctional facility. It actually needs a lot of work and rehabilitation to make it something I would actually genuinely be proud of. But that's neither here nor there.
But that's not just in Fulton County. That's in like America. Like you look at prisons in like I think in Switzerland and Norway. They like legit like reform their prisoners. Like they have like programs for them, and they're like they feed them like healthy food. And the amount of money. Wait, what does that sound? Oh, the amount of money that all of us on this Skype call right now, everyone probably listening to this podcast in America, pay for prisons. Bitch, our prisons should be pop in. But they're not. They're terrible.
People should want to go to prison.
Honestly, though, that's the thing that happens in Switzerland and Norway. Like I was watching this YouTube doc on it. Like people end up going to prison in Norway. In Norway because of the schooling. It's like crazy. You might be like going to prison. Like, ooh, girl, I'm going to prison next month. I'm so excited.
I don't. Okay, I don't think that people in Norway are trying to go to prison. I mean, there are some
Okay,
people
not literally. I know, but you know.
I mean, there are some programs in the prison system in America. Like, for example, like I said, there was a moment where my mom was teaching computer because, like, a lot of people go to prison. What, particularly back in the early 2000s, there were people who went to prison before desktop computers were widely accessible, and by the time they get out of prison, it's hard to get a job without knowing how to use a computer. And a lot of people had never used desktops, had never used laptops because they've been in prison for way too long. And then my mom would go in and teach them how to type, how to use Microsoft Word, how to use Excel, how to use Microsoft Office, basically, so that if they once they get out of prison, how to live life. Some of them didn't even know what the fuck the internet was, or not. They didn't know, but they had very little to no experience navigating the internet because they were in prison before it happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine going to prison and like honestly, imagine going to prison in like 2005 and coming out in like 2015 is literally obviously it's a decade, it's a lot of time has passed, but I feel like the iPhone is such a major modern, or not just the iPhone, for the other Android users, god, because y'all know Bob gonna go on some whole Twitter rant about iPhones and Androids.
Well, I'm
Literally
actually really
you
excited to talk
you
about the
go on
iPhone thing.
you
I'm
go
really excited to talk
on
about the iPhone thing. Go ahead.
every 5 or 6 months you go on an iPhone Android thing, like literally like clockwork. If you go to Bob's Twitter, it's like every 6 months Bob gets mad about the iPhone or the and whatever. Anyway, but
But
if
that's
you
the thing.
go into
No one's mad about no. That's the thing. Android users aren't ever mad about iPhones existing. Android, we just be using our Androids like normal people every day, and then someone will go on your Twitter and be like, "Tweet it for Twitter for Android." Gross. Why are you poor? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't buy an iPhone, because they're too expensive. Or you'll literally, they'll see Twitter or sent from an Android in your email, and they'll be like, wow. So there's this thing with iPhone users where they're really elitist, and they're almost like Trump supporters. Like they blindly follow the everything that Apple does, which is weird because that's the thing. I have some Apple products. There are some Apple products that I like, and there's some that I'm like, that one's not for me. Mitch is the same way. Mitch is like, I like the iPhone, but I prefer a Mac computer because he says that it's better for his systems and all that stuff. But there's something about some iPhone people are just insane, and they think that everyone else in the world doesn't have like it's a PS5. Like we just couldn't get our fucking hands on probably the most readily available phone in the world.
Well, I will say, out of all of my friends that have phones, which is 100% of them, I only ever see you go off about iPhone. So
That's
if
not true.
I
That's also not
okay,
true.
I'm not finished. I've only ever seen you tweet about this iPhone Android thing. Literally, the person with the Android. So if I am judging by my friends and who I follow on Twitter, the only person who's ever gone off on a thing is you. So it's 100% of Android
So
users
you've never, so
are
you've
mad
never
about it.
heard an iPhone user be like, "Wow, an Android." You've never heard that?
Not on
Lie.
Twitter. No,
I want you to
hold on,
fix your
hold
lips
on,
and
hold
lie into
on.
this
We're
microphone
talking about
right
Twitter.
now.
We're talking about Twitter. Of all my friends that I've never seen Kim, Naomi, Violet. No one tweets them and be like, "Ugh, Android users, boom." It's you were like, "Ugh,
Well,
iPhone
also,
users."
everything in life is not about Kim, Naomi, and so on. So I'll post something, and then underneath, it'll be a lot of things like Twitter for Android. And I literally just posted
I'm
how
not talking
I
about your
love green tea.
followers. I'm talking
Do
about
what?
my. I literally said my friends that I follow on Twitter. I said the
Well,
friends
there's more
I've
people
never.
than your friends in the world, so I'm talking about people at large. So my tweet to that is a response to something I've experienced. It's not a response to the air. I don't give a fuck if iPhone people use iPhones. It's the weird elitism in iPhone people with their, what is it, the green text. Everyone's obsessed. I don't want my text to be green. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if your texts are pink, purple, blue, or orange. That has nothing to do with me. Android users do not be caring what iPhone people do. It's the weird attitude that iPhone people have where they think
I
their shit is
don't think
better than
that's
everyone
true.
else's.
I think that you are projecting your insecurities of not having an iPhone because I don't hear iPhone users don't give a fuck about what y'all do. Y'all the ones that be like, oh, you're mad my texts are green. We really don't give a
That's
fuck.
Monet. The only way that we would let me just read this here. Yo, Apple is trying it by slowing my grinder down since the iPhone 11 came out. But jokes on you
See,
because
that
we
is not. Wait,
apparently
hold on, hold on,
that
hold on,
is
hold on. You see,
but
you and
listen, this
Jacob,
is literally
you and Jacob trying to do your
well,
thing. That's
you need to have
Jacob.
Colleen
Jacob.
and Patty over there working with you,
No,
bitch.
no, 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 no. I'm saying that that's not even what you were going with. Jacob came in to give you examples of people complaining about iPhones. That's not even what you were talking about. You were talking about people coming at you into it. Was Jacob gave you an argument completely separate from what you were just arguing about.
Well, there's also the most popular tweet underneath my tweet is an iPhone user who seems to not be completely ignoring all of their all of the first tweet underneath my thing is a tweet from you
Well, you're
from
scrolling.
you.
You're scrolling under your thing, so it's not the
No,
first one. Screenshot
it
it.
is a tweet.
Screenshot it right now.
It is a tweet from you, but did you or did you not post directly underneath that tweet? Was that you or was that not you?
Oh, I
Android
absolutely.
users Android users don't love themselves. That is from at Monet Exchange, username give us free. That doesn't sound like you don't care about
But
iPhone users. That
okay,
sounds
a few
like
things. A few things. A, was it the first one? Because you were scrolling for about 10 minutes now.
hmm.
B, was it not in response to your comments trying to shame iPhone people as usual? Literally every 5 months.
But you said iPhone users
Guys,
don't be
listen to
doing
me.
nothing.
Go to Bob's Twitter every 5 months, like clockwork. Bob has a gripe with iPhones. I think it's hysterical.
Anyway, again, any Android user out there will know there's a weird elitism. iPhone users, it's like the idea of you saying it's like jealous that I don't have an iPhone, as if I could not have an iPhone. It's not like I'm jealous I'm not 5'5", like I can't ever be 5'5" again, or I can't lose weight, or or something I actually can't do. If I wanted an iPhone, I could have an iPhone. But when
Could
you
you?
don't have an iPhone, and other Android users who are listening to this will sound off, there's a weird elitism thing with iPhone users where they think that like again, like the iPhone's the PS5, and we couldn't reach it if we wanted to.
Allegedly. Well, let's take a break.
And also, the last thing, I wouldn't ever know your texts were green if iPhone users wouldn't shut up about it. I literally have no clue that your texts are green. The only reason I know is because y'all literally will not shut up about it.
Again, that's literally not true, but sure, Mom. Let's take a break while Bob gets mad about the iPhones in the 5 months again.
I cannot wait to read the comments on this one. Let's take a break. And we are black. And I am here on my filming on my Android.
Are you really?
No, I'm filming with a Logitech camera. So I'm using a webcam that I actually got from like a gig a while back, and it's just this like Logitech webcam that I have.
Do you always film on your Logitech?
Almost always. Whenever I'm doing like any sort of whenever I film with you, I'm usually using a Logitech. Sometimes there have been a few times in the past where I've used my phone or I've used my iPad, but that was also back when we were like sending our videos in, and because the videos are so long, it's really hard to store over an hour of footage on a phone or a iPad. So I just use my computer. What do you use?
I use my computer, my computer camera, and it's also because we're recording this on streaming. It's not recording 1080. I think we're probably recording 480, maybe 720 at best. So I mean, here we are.
But I mean, I just use it. It has a like a really wide frame to it. I can put my arms.
Yeah, and there's a lot of you to capture. We want to get that wide frame.
The video's cropped so you can't see that I'm stretching my arms out. And also, whenever I am recording and it's not streaming, it's a 4K camera. It's nice and it's fucking tiny. It's like it's legit smaller than like width is smaller than an iPhone, an Apple TV remote.
Apple TV. Oh, what is that? What type of remote was that?
See, what is that elitism again from another? I thought you weren't. I thought Apple.
I'm just asking you what type of remote you had.
And you said that iPhone people never bring it up. That's so strange.
I just asked you, Bob. I literally asked what type of Apple, what type of remote you had, and you said, "Oh, that's all you had to say was Apple." Okay, just ask.
Is it because your hearing is bad and you didn't hear what I said, or you're trying to do like a little antagonizing thing? Which one is it?
I think that your audio keeps on cutting up. I just couldn't hear what you were saying.
Well, I think we all know that your connection in whatever apartment you're in right now is crunchy McGrunchy, and my connection is killing the game.
The nerve to talk over there, bitch. Anyway, today let's talk about acting.
I mean, I will say everyone's watching the video. One of our videos is cutting out, and the other one isn't.
Bob, you are known for having the crunchy audio and crunchy video on this podcast. If you go on the Patreon, they literally have threads about it. So let's not even go there.
One episode where my audio was crunchy. One. It was the
no. Well, then
I implore you to find all the crunchy audio that I have.
Okay, our listeners will sound it. Look at Mitch. Look at Mitch over there. Mitch trying to hold his tongue. Mitch like, oh shit.
Well, Mitch will chime in if he wants to. Mitch is not a quiet. Anyway, we need to talk about our topic of the day. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, we're talking today. We're talking about acting. It's something that we both do. You went to school for.
It's kind of ironic because your connection was literally so crunchy in that in that moment, and you keep bragging about how great your.
Bob, I'm not even gonna entertain you in this. You are known
you were literally like
video. You are known as the crunchy video, crunchy audio girl. So I ain't gonna entertain
y'all
you.
Don't know too. Back in the day, we used to back in the very very beginning of quarantine, we used to all get together and play Smash Brothers over the phone. It was me, Monet, Jacob, Mateo, and Nick. We'd all play Smash Brothers. And then a lot of times Monet would be like, I don't know, would join later for some reason. She was busy or something. And then after Monet would join, once Monet would join, the games would just start lagging.
And then we realized that it was you and Jacob because you and Jacob were sharing one bandwidth.
Because me and Jacob were already playing. So it was this weird thing.
Right. So adding another person made it worse.
No, that's not how it works. What happens is everyone's on the same internet, but everyone's playing the game, but the internet goes down to whoever has the lowest internet.
No, mama. Y'all, you and Jacob are on the same bandwidth, and we can get Mateo and Nick to chime in on this at a later date. But you
I
and
don't think
Jacob
you
were
like
crunching
that.
up the bandwidth.
I think they would probably confirm something you don't want to hear.
No, that's not true. They wouldn't.
Well, here's the last question. Before we move on, whose connection is better now, mine or yours?
Right now, mine.
In this moment.
Mitch, I love this world that Bob thinks that he's over there working at fucking Google Chrome when he is fully working at the damn T-Mobile Metro PCS store.
I think you bitch. Anyway, we
Bob, I think you're gonna hate this. This is not gonna be good for you.
Your internet is crunchy in this moment. This is crunch.
That's you. That's you crunching around over there. Mitch, what is this world that Bob doesn't see that he's crunching up to?
Mitch, you have to unmute and chime in. This is getting hilarious at this point.
Thank you.
Wait, but let Mitch finish.
Mitch, but that's why Bob is acting like he's over here like skate. No, Bob thinks Bob thinks he's fucking dancing on ice.
Coronavirus.
You think that
maybe Colleen's in the other room on Monet's internet, slowing it down. Anyway, we have to talk about this thing. Actually, this is great because Monet's been acting like she has great internet. We're talking about acting today, everyone. Acting as
and you act like you ain't steal my outfit, but anyway.
I went to school for acting.
You did. You went to a theater program at
well, that's not true. I actually
Columbus.
Didn't go to school for acting. I just lied. That's not true. I went to school for theater education, which is the degree you go for. Which, by the way, I dropped out of college anyway. But it's the degree you go for when you are basically saying, "I will never make it as an." No, this is not shade to. This is what my experience was with trying to get a degree in theater education. I was going for theater education because everyone kept saying, you need a backup plan. You need a backup plan. What if you don't make it? What if you don't become an actor? Everyone needs a backup plan. So I started going for theater education instead of acting because I was afraid that everyone fucking told me that I couldn't be an actor.
And I think that's in like a lot of arts. Like anyone who's in the arts, whether you're into music, whether you're a visual artist, whether you're a dancer, like a lot of people, well, that's not true. Dancers, they're normally doing dancing from the time they're like 16 because they're like, well, no, that is true because they're like, you need to know how to teach dance because by the time you're 30, you're done, basically. A lot of dancers are told.
Well, it's also from the time they're 16 until the time they're 29 and they're
and they're like, after that, you're done. So you need time to teach. So I think that's with a lot of artists. I think people see art as being so flippant. Like you can, because in the full tea, a lot of art is very wishy-washy. And a lot of art not all art is subjective. So it's like, who knows if people are going to like the product you're selling. So you better have a backup plan.
Not all art is subjective. What do you mean not all art is subjective?
No, that's what I said. All art is subjective.
Oh.
So I think that's where that comes from. People are like, who knows if people are going to like the product you're selling? So you need to have a backup plan that you can pay your bills in case your art that you want to do ain't working out for you.
I mean, so anyway, that was what I did. And then like not halfway through, 2/3 through, I decided, fuck this. I'm out of here. I'm going to go be an actor. And I basically moved to New York City. Not Annie, but if you're familiar with the musical Annie, very familiar. There's the NYC soloist who sings a song about just arriving to New York City, and it's all about. It's like it's very Blair St. Clair. It's very how Blair was like. Know. Blair St. Clair just got here this morning.
I don't know the original Annie movie. I think so there's like the original one with Carol Burnett, and there was one after that before the Cameron Diaz one, right? Or before Black Annie.
There was one with Carol Burnett. Then Kathy Bates did one.
That's the one I know. That's the one I know.
Cameron Diaz did one. Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron Diaz was the Miss Hannigan and Black Annie.
It's this lady. She goes, NYC just got here this morning. $3, 2 bags, 1 me. And the whole thing is like, I'm here and I have nothing, but hopefully I can just make it. I just got off the bus from my small town and I'm in the city. Maybe I'll be a star. That's the whole concept of the solo.
In your acting classes, in your theater program, where would you say you ranked in terms of actors?
Well, okay. I mean, in my acting class, let's start by saying this. I was a horrible student. I was not a good student. I have never been a good student. Um, I just don't do well with curriculum. I wish I was better at, and I want to work on that. I mean, I'm done. I mean, I'm always a student of the earth, a student of the world. The world is my teacher. But I no one was worried about me. Like they were. I was drunk half the time. Couldn't sing. I also couldn't sing and dance. So I would actually I could dance a little bit. I was not like a professional dancer, but dance more than most of the actors could dance. Monet, you are one to talk, ladies and gentlemen. Please scoot back to uh, Google "Look Queen Wizard of Oz" in 12 minutes.